Oh,
Yeah.
there's Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. We're in business. Oh, I'm way over here. Oh, well.
Yeah. Play like we're out in the crowd.
Something like that.
That ceiling fan psyop is wild. Is wild. Spoon. Why spoon is the question.
Maybe we're not. Okay. Where are we at on? Is there any consensus on what you all think?
Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead.
The distant bodily souls of the Nephilim who were killed during the flood that gave into human bodies when angels had sex rituals with humans in the antediluvian world, who are now trying to distract human beings from God and seek their own destruction so that humans don't ever get elevated above angels in the age to come. Isn't that complicated?
Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead.
So then, of course, there is a level line. The difference between God and us is God always says exactly what it means, or he never can.
Oh, welcome, Grim Stream. Dear Dressings, 3 deep for 12/17, 2025. Howdy out there to Afriel. Afriel using howdies. Oh, there's one from Sonnenberg too. Yes, look at all the howdying. What do I have? What? Howdy. We need to do a new one of those. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. As you know, I'm deep into Chi-Coms lately, and essentially these lectures are a 27-part series explaining the this is a PvP server thing that I talk about. We'll be going over a few of those today, as well as something to do with deer dressings here on this 3 deep deer dressing stream for 27, you know. Oh,
immediately I remembered, because I'm a devotee, a follower of Socrates, I remembered Socrates' daemonium, his divine sign that spoke to him. And all of this was starting to say, something else is going on here that doesn't fall cleanly into the two automatic categories of madness or demonic encounter, where people have, there's a whole continuum of where people have full-blown encounters like this to very, very things where they just have a felt presence of something behind their left shoulder and getting into what I think is going on behind that. And so
happy, the hours are not what they seem, the hours
he put out the video today with that Tiamat guy, and he's looking thin. John's looking thin. What? Oh, savings throws versus mind control. You want some? You want some? Choose. Choose. Can you focus? 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 Can you survival, social, wisdom, or heart? You choose. I roll 10 or higher, half damage. Choose. Survivalist with a coven today. A coven. No, disciples. Disciples, damn it. Right. And socialist. You got half damage too with that 10 there. That 10 there. Wisdom, folks. You're gonna need some help because you got deuces today. Deuces for the wisdom, folks. 8. Power of 8 coming up for the heart kids. Heart kids. All you need is the hive mind chat bonus. You get +2 for saying inane things like focus in the hive mind chat. And the indigo kids, what is this? It's dark. That's a 6. A 6 for you guys. For you.
Broken family. Broken family. Shut up. Broken family. Shut up.
Now, as we continue our exploration with our Chi-Coms fella, in number 7, Death by Meritocracy, he did this interesting reveal.
So if you're rich, go to Harvard and Yale and Princeton because you'll become more rich. But if you're a poor person, going to these schools may be a mistake. Okay? Certainly for me, it was a mistake because after I graduated, I stumbled through life. For me, it was just failure after failure after failure because I want to succeed right away. Okay? I refused to put the time and effort to learning a real skill and learning a real passion. And so in my 30s, late 20s.
Speaking of people that what he just said, the simplest deck card of the show is this one. Is the 5 of diamonds.
Early 30s, I became really depressed. And honestly, I thought about killing myself, and I was playing video games every single day. I just hid in my parents' basement. And so I was traumatized by Yale. It took me a long time to get over the trauma and recognize this is a false system. Okay? Yale traumatized me, and I need to relearn to be open-minded, to embrace failure, to be resilient, to embrace learning, okay? And that's why I'm a teacher today, to teach you guys that to be successful in life, this is the formula, okay? You don't need Harvard, Yale, and Princeton.
Gotta say, Neil, that one goes pretty hard. The next episode was Secret History number 8, Death by a Bureaucracy, which just mainly talked about all of the inflationary bloat in management and administrations in comparison to what the companies and universities and governments are actually supposed to be doing, and how bureaucrats don't do anything except find themselves busy work that doesn't address the problems they're meant to be addressing. But one of the one interesting part that stuck out to me from that one, Juxdeck card of the show is 5 of clubs. Thank you, Avril Pilot Son. It was this part here.
Another really interesting chart. The black shows you the growth in the stock market, okay? And you think, wow, this is a good thing, okay? The problem is, first of all, only 10% of people in the United States control most of the stocks, over 90% of the stocks. The other issue is this. The other issue is, if you look at prices, yeah, it's gone up. But if you look at stocks as units of gold, if you use gold to buy stocks, guess what? The price of stocks have gone down. That's a blue, okay? If you use money to buy stocks, it goes up. But if you use gold to buy stocks, it goes down. What this is telling us, okay, very simple, is we are living in a lie. All this wealth generation, it's all a lie. It's not real. We just think it's real. We're living in a fairyland created by bureaucrats to fool us to believe that we are prosperous. Okay, does that make sense?
Does that make sense? Watching this video series is just like sitting in a massage chair for me. And the massage chair is massaging all of my confirmation biases. It's very pleasant. This little bit was sort of alluded to in today's release discussion of Brett Weinstein again on Joe Rogan, about how maybe this wealth thing in the stock bubble, but by the blue church card of the show, howdy, Peter Penrose Box, the Queen of Hearts, the part that we're talking about of the Brett Weinstein experience on Joe Rogan 24/27 was this which tickled my fancies.
There's some set of adults who knows what to think about this and how to approach it. One of the reasons that you would have no adults is that it's kind of impossible to imagine where they would come from, right? An adult is somebody who has picked up the wisdom for how to deal with the world that you live in. Where would that wisdom have come from if the world just showed up 5 minutes ago, right? It's in principle impossible to deal with this level of change. So at most, what you can do is become, very robust.
Do you think that this is where like rites of passage ceremony come from?
Yes, I do.
From that, there's a thing that differentiates you between the younger version of yourself. You've gone through this thing, and so it requires a shift in the way that you view yourself and the world. Now you have passed. Now you've gone through, whatever the ceremony is, depending upon your culture. Now you are a man.
Yeah, in fact,
or a woman.
In A Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century, Heather and I argue that rites of passage are the place. So they're artificial in a sense, right? We dictate that this is the moment at which you go from being a boy to being a man who is eligible to marry or something like that.
Yeah.
And the point is, you know that date is coming.
That's the most important thing. At some point, you have to finish the story. To finish the story, the frog has to get the golden ball. And one could say that the golden ball is actually the sun, which will come up for the new day. The frog has to get the golden ball and bring it back to the surface of the water.
LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Good to see you out there, Rojo. Apparently you remix now. That's exciting. And also, howdy out there to Peter Penrose-Bach. Here you go. Have a nice one. There's a nice howdy for you. Next up, we'll have our third deep of our chai-coms of the 3 deep. This one here itself, the overview that sets up the rest of his lecture series, according to him. The big secret behind it all, perhaps brought to us lovingly by the casino deck card of the show. Dude, the Queen of Clubs.
And what happens is this, because there's a spark in us, if one of our sparks grows bright, all the other pearls grow bright as well. Okay, so literally, because God is inside of you, because there's a spark inside of you, because you're capable of love, when you do love, you're capable of changing the entire universe. Because your love expands outward, and your love reflects in other people as well. Okay? So Dante uses the idea of mirrors. There's a candle, there's a flame, and we're all mirrors that reflect the candle. Okay? God's the candle, we're just the mirrors. But every one of us, no matter how far we are from God, his flame burns in us. Okay? So you could be far away and you could feel as though God has forgotten you, but there's still the flame inside you. Okay? So
yes,
for
any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
you to coordinate secretly. Okay? Does all this make sense? Okay. So now these secret societies, they are embedded in mass bureaucracy, and they're manipulating the bureaucracy, and they're working together to commit transgression. They have their own secret religion. Okay? When you combine these three together, what happens is that they're now forced to invert this understanding, inversion. Why? Because they know that they're doing evil in this world. So when they go meet God, God's going to punish them, right? So the way to get around this is, well, I will just worship someone who's superior to God, who is Satan, okay? Okay. So what they're going to do is they're going to invert this, okay? By celebrating Satan, they can now justify all their transgressions, right? As a way to empower Satan. Also, there's a fundamental weakness in the system, okay? So let's go over the three main characteristics of the system. The first is unity. Okay? So this entire system is complete and unified. Second is symmetry. Symmetry or polarity. And what this means is that if there's good, there must be evil. If there's ugliness, there must be beauty. Why? Because you cannot have one without the other, okay? One thing is meaningless without the other. That's why if you have God, you must have Satan, okay? And the third principle is as above, so below. And what this means is that everything is a reflection of each other. So you can never defeat God, but what you can do is corrupt human beings to worship Satan so that Satan becomes everything. Okay? All right.
Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
In reality, literally, everything is just vibrations. All right? How these vibrations work, right? No one knows, but it's all just vibrational. But what we know is we are participants in the universe. So if we all believe God exists, guess what? God exists. We all believe sin exists, sin exists. Okay? That's why this war, it's not over resources. It's over perception. Do you understand? This is a war of perception. If I can get everyone in the world to believe that God is dead and Satan is a true God, I win. Okay? And how do I do that? Well, I can do that by shooting rockets up into space, by putting man on the moon and on Mars. Okay? Why? Because now I've destroyed the concept of heaven. Before, we've understood that the moon, the Mars were beyond us because they are heavenly, they're spiritual. But once I put man on the moon and on Mars and go beyond, I've proven heaven doesn't exist. I've destroyed God. I can also fake an alien invasion and pretend these aliens.
Speaking of which, in exciting news, there's a brand new Steven Spielberg trailer about Disclosure Day coming out now. And And fancy pants on the internet, Brian Romwell says, I will let you in on a secret about Steven Spielberg's new movie. Wait, do this one. Hey, the alien character uses sine wave speech to communicate, something I've researched for over 45 years. Makes you wonder if he's old and senile. I can condition just about anyone with the right primer. I've used this in many projects and here on X. In the specimen video below, you will hear the primer twice, and then you will hear the actual words. And then you will always hear it from that primer and other sentences that I can demonstrate. In the Steven Spielberg movie, the speech is obscured in sine wave plus click sounds. The interesting thing about sine wave speech is that subliminal induction has been proven to be able to take place hidden within melodies and songs or words that can impact your choices from your subconscious. And here's that.
He was sitting at his desk in his office. He was sitting at his desk in his office.
Creepy.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
In other news, apparently they've found lithium beneath several states in the Pacific Northwest, which are now all sorts of under the water, which apparently is not being particularly well covered, but parts of America and other places nearby apparently look like that. So have you heard anything about there being flooding? Is it on the mainstream or is it undercover? What is the mainstream talking about? Do we have somebody monitoring the situation? Do we have somebody monitoring what happens on TikTok and on the Instagram reels? And do we all coordinate on what propaganda is being pushed? Do we secretly meet together and discuss these things?